first of all, if Jesus Christ were here today, he wouldn't speak in those terms with the laws of contradiction and all of that fancy rhetoric. Jesus, when he was here, when he preached his gospel, he was very straightforward.
And he spoke Aramaic. Different words altogether.
Oh, yes, of course.
Sorry, I'm trying to lighten it.
Yeah, we're just coming down. So
I understand. And hopefully my call will serve as a mental palate cleanser, because that last gentleman was either a fanatic or just a hateful human being.
No, he's a presuppositional apologist. And they're a specific type of yummy. I mean, not everybody likes to go out and have, you know, spicy food, and that's okay. Not everybody has to have spicy food, but sometimes you just want to. You know you're gonna shit fire later, but man, it's worth it, and it's okay. Well, he has a place, man, and it's good. But I want to talk to you.
Well, and sometimes you shit fire on the air.
So, Josh, what do you got?
My point is, if that man were in my church, I would not go to that church. Or if he were my pastor, I don't see any love. I don't see any godliness in those arguments, or even in the man, his voice.
Yeah. Josh, I think I feel where you're coming from.
Yeah.
In here, you know that when you talk about godliness exemplifying goodness, then that would exclude us, and we do a lot of good stuff too.
I was just going to say, we can agree. We also don't see any godliness in his arguments, or any God for that matter. But I mean, in his arguments.
My son was just born. My wife was pregnant, and we celebrated the birth of our firstborn here.
Congratulations! Jinx.
Yeah, and I see godliness in my infant, and I know that's not an argument that an atheist might accept, but but I do see godliness. I don't see godliness in that man, or maybe I could if I met him and you know, I could shake his hand and determine.
Yeah, I'm sure that wasn't his best representation of himself.
And Josh, I appreciate you, but I feel bad that we're shit talking this dude and he's not on the air. So let's. What would you want to do? Hit us. We're ready to talk.
I wanted to, I guess, express my feeling that Jesus Christ, that he resurrected. He's real. This isn't just a character in a book.
Okay.
So this isn't just, as that man would have used, kind of a spear. I don't see Jesus as a spear where we're stabbing people, or a sword.
Actually,
he's a shepherd.
Well, in the apocalypse, Jesus has a mouth sword. So, I mean, Jesus did have some pretty violent, tendencies in a few different places. So I wouldn't say that about the character of Jesus, but what I would want to do is hit some very basic pieces with you.
If I can...
Do it. Yeah, you do it. I'm talking way too much.
Here. So you started your statement with you wanted to call in to express your feeling that Jesus Christ is a real character, and you talked before when you were distinguishing yourself from EF is the pseudonym he chose for himself. I mean, assuming that was a pseudonym, I don't know what his parents christened him at birth. Yeah, you said you see godliness in your newborn child. Congratulations again, by the way. Yeah, I recently became an uncle for the third time again. So, but when I look at my nephew, I also see beauty and goodness and all of the warm fuzzies of the human race, but I use those words to describe it, and I'm wondering what, other than a feeling that you have when you think of God and a similar feeling that you have when you think of your child, how would you associate the character of godliness with something other than how you feel about a thing?
Well, I love my wife very much, and as I see it, our child, and we named him Atticus, after Atticus Finch from To Kill a Mockingbird.
Okay.
And I don't know what his friends will call him later in life. Atticus is a very old-fashioned name, but
Attaboy.
I guess my wife and I are old-fashioned. But this child of ours was conceived in love, and we read in the New Testament that God is love. So I make the connection that both my wife and I, loving one another, not just physically. I think the physical part is easy, right. But we love each other with our minds, with our hearts, legs.
But I mean, it's
feet,
coming. Oh, sorry to jump in there. We're being a little bit time conscious, and just based on where we've gotten so far, we have a little bit more time for the call. So I'm not kicking you off, but I can already say I want you to call back again next week.
Yeah, no, totally. You need more time.
Yeah. But what you've said so far is we've read that God is love and this is godly. And so I would say, well, you're talking about love. I think your child is lovely.
Sorry,
yeah.
And so if by God you mean a powerful being that created things, I don't know how seeing beauty is the same as seeing a powerful being that created things, like being able to come to that conclusion. Look, I'm right there with you. Humans are great. Yeah. I love humans.
Yeah.
They just got 10 feet taller. They're the best humans.
I don't think we ought to pat ourselves on the back. We're guilty of lies and murder and rape and all kinds of terribleness. Forgive the redundancy.
Terribleness.
Well,
How dare you, Josh?
I mean,
hanging up on you.
No, our previous caller went way more redundant. So.
I have a request. Before you hang up, I have a request.
No. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, we're not hanging up on you. Sorry. You're good. You're good.
So I actually would like to speak to the note.
Please don't answer calls from that Amish or Hamish. And he's another one. Please.
Okay.
That's hurting the show.
So, Josh, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I really do.
We'd like you to call back to be a good representation of how...
What you think. And if you feel that you're a good representation of that, then that's fine.
Are not all EF and Hamish.
Yeah, but Hamish is the Scottish version of several church elders from when I was growing up. He is a Scottish carbon copy. And so some people accuse him of, some people accuse him of being fake. I have seen this in life. Well, and because of that, I derive this pleasure from being able to let him hang himself with all of the rope that I give him, that we give him.
We do this because we like doing this and we think it's important, but when Hamish calls, Eric is like, oh, this time it's personal, taking off my jacket.
Just yummy.
Well, that and it provides comfort for people that were in a similar situation with you.
Yeah. But Josh, I do really want to quick speak to what the note is about you. And I would actually like to answer that off air, off this call, and then you can call back in and we'll talk about it. But we do have 2 more calls and we're over time.
Yeah, and then also, can you hold on to the line a little bit? And then are you available to call back in next week?
I can do that
on the Facebook. Yes. The YouTube, the Reddit, the Twitter, the Instagram.
Our call screener is super nice, and we'll get your information.
Yeah, Chelsea's great.
She is.
Oh, sorry.
I can call next week if that would be best. I actually have a lot to do, and I have a stationary phone, so I'm unable to walk around the house.
Wait, are you saying that you have a newborn son and you don't have all the time in the world?
That's so weird.
Right now. Yeah.
Sorry.
All right. Oh, you said he's sleeping right now.
Okay. So, Josh, what we're going to do is we're going to put you on hold, and then the call screener is going to, if you want to give us contact information, I don't know if you do email or Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, whatever, but if that's okay with you, I mean, I don't know if your email is just a spam collector, but...
No.
So can we email you?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, cool. So we're going to put you on hold. Our call screener will get, name, number if you'd like. Also, we haven't started doing this yet, but very soon we're going to start a program where when you call and you get on the air and you don't and you're not, you know, EF, then we put you back on hold, and if you want us to mail you some free swag or coasters or something, we do that. So, so if you'd like that, then you can give like a P.O. box or a mailing address. Eric is excited because I hadn't told him about that yet.
Really? But, I want swag. Why do we not have swag up here if we have swag?
Well,
we need swag.
Part of the reason we haven't mailed it yet.
I want a mug and a hat and a jacket and like beer cozy. I don't even drink beer. I don't care.
They make wine koozies.
And like
Californian
right? I know I'm terrible.
Wino.
Like bracelets.
Well, okay, where's Josh who's on the line?
Josh. That makes me
Gotta
happy.
pay attention
Have
to
a good
your
one, man.
Yes,
You take care of yourself, brother. And we will talk to you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Sorry
you.
for steamrolling you at the end there.
All right.
Okay.
I just steamrolled you, I know.
No,
You okay?
I steamrolling on this show between
never.
the hosts.
All right. I do want to get to Neil and James. Are we going to do this? Neil or James? Neil or James? Neil or James? One. Pick one.
James.